folks, welcome to Warner's Wheeling About. Today we have driven down to Aylesbury, between Aylesbury and Leighton Buzzard, and it's a place called the Westcott Venture Park. This is the home of a company called Motorstep, and we've come to visit them today because they have a product which is amazing, and it's essential for me to be able to get into our motorhome. So let's go and take a look. You might have seen, obviously, I use a wheelchair and crutches, and in my travels there's a lot of challenges and obstacles. So I was delighted to find Motorstep because they've created a product which is going to make my life so much easier. I'm going to introduce you to Paul, and I'm going to let him explain what it's all about.
Yeah, hello everybody. I'm Paul, and I started Motorstep about 10 years ago with the idea that there was a need for a product, a simple product that would help people overcome a step, primarily for people with caravans and motorhomes, but since then it has developed for people who need to get over a step, whether it be in the garden, at home, anywhere that there's a problem. And we've created a range of products that will help people with disabilities to be able to do that. It is very successful with worldwide sales, with distributors in the USA, Australia, New Zealand, but of course our main market is in the UK.
I see you've got different sizes. Can you tell us a little bit about how high they go and what?
Yeah, the range of machines range from one that lifts up to 600mm, which is near enough 24 inches, and then we developed a taller model which goes up to 800mm, which is nearly 32 inches, created specifically for the American RV market, but within the UK has been used extensively for people who need to go up to the decking that may be on their static caravan or their park home.
Right, yeah. And I imagine it's probably useful as well, because I've been to quite a few old pubs, restaurants, hotels and houses where they've got huge steps, and because they're perhaps registered buildings and such, it's not easy to make wheelchair adaptations access. So I could see how this could be useful in that situation as well.
We're increasingly supplying motor steps for people for use in exactly that sort of situation, where the cost of ramps and other adaptations is quite expensive. So for people with some mobility, where it's just the step that is a problem, it's the ideal solution.
So one of the advantages about this, as opposed to creating a step or a ramp into a house, is you can actually take this with you. It's mobile. So if I'm going to my son's house, for example, I can just pop it in my car and take it with me.
Yeah, that's right, Roger. Particularly with the Freedom model, which has its own battery. Yeah. Anywhere that it's needed, it's portable and gives that variety and options for you. The motor steps are waterproof, although we do a cover for it, and they can be left outside. They have a security eye bolt so that it can be chained to a location somewhere, and also if it's going to be in a static position, we can put fixing holes into the legs so that on a suitable base it can be screwed into position for security and stability if necessary.
So it's really, really flexible. You can have it static in one place all the time. Outside it's waterproof and you don't have to worry about it. Or if you want to be mobile, you can actually just take it with you wherever you go.
That's right. I'm going to introduce you to my son Daniel here. who's going to run through a demonstration of the Motorstep. After starting the company 10 years ago on my own, Daniel joined me about 6 years ago. We've since developed into a larger family business with my son-in-law Wayne, who joined us about 3 years ago. And so I'll pass it over to Daniel to run through things with you.
Okay, so this is the Motorstep MS600. Here we're going to demonstrate it as it's set up to enter and exit a mock-up of a caravan entrance or motorhome entrance that we have here at our factory. So as you can see, it's completely freestanding, so it's not attached to your caravan or motorhome at all, so it requires no alterations to your vehicle. And this is it in its working state with the legs and the platform folded down. So depending on the doorway entrance, how your door opens, you can sight the Motorstep to the left hand side or the right hand side, depending also as well on the mobility of the person. What I do, you step onto the platform like so, holding the handles, and then we've got two buttons, green for up and yellow for down. So what we do is hold the handles. You can operate it with either thumb, and then we press green and the Motorstep will slowly rise. You hold on to the button till you reach your desired height. So as you can see, it's a smooth action. It's not going to shoot you up like a rocket, you know. It's nice and smooth and very stable. So when we get to approximately the door height, you release the button and now you're ready to step in. Now as you can see, it's very extremely stable. It's not going anywhere. I'm about 14 stone, and as you see, yeah, it will lift up to a maximum weight of 25 stone, so it's very stable. And then once you're there, you're just free to sidestep, and then you're in your caravan or you are in your vehicle. So coming out of your caravan or motorhome is basically the reverse of getting in. You step onto the platform like so, hold the handles, and then we press the yellow button to go down. Now you hold the yellow button, and as it goes down, it will automatically stop once it gets to the bottom. So the Motorstep can be left outside while you're away on your pitch. It's completely weatherproof, designed to be used outside. All the switches are IP rated and everything is sealed. It can stay there for the duration of your stay, and also it can be left in the halfway position, and this means that an able-bodied person can use it as a step. So you wouldn't have to carry the Motorstep and a set of steps. You literally set it up, and it can be used, you know, by the person with disabilities and by the able-bodied person, you know, to enter the caravan, which I shall show you how to do. The Motorstep has some safety features. Around the outside of the platform underneath is what we have called a safety edge. This is designed to stop descent if an obstruction is detected underneath. So if the Motorstep was going down, it would sense it was something that was there, and it won't go down until the obstruction is removed. This will prevent trapping of feet or anything that might get underneath the platform. If for any reason you lost power with the Motorstep, it is fitted with an emergency hand wind socket that allows you to wind the Motorstep down in the event of the power failure. The emergency hand wind socket is located underneath the cap here on top of the tube. You remove the cap like so, and then remove the emergency hand wind socket attachment. The hand wind attachment attaches onto the two pins, and then you manually wind it down . you have used the emergency hand wind socket, replace it back into its holder and pop the cap on. The Motorstep can also be fitted with what we call our Wonderlead remote. So as you can see, a second person can operate the Motorstep while providing assistance to the main user. So we have two options in terms of powering the Motorstep with use with a caravan or motorhome. One is via your leisure battery, and we supply you with that cable. One end has a positive and negative that you would attach to the battery and a 20 amp inline fuse, and then you would mount the socket near the doorway of the vehicle, and then you've got a convenient place to plug the Motorstep into. Now the Motorstep Freedom model has its own lithium ion battery which attaches to the back. Now this is a 10 amp hour battery and will lift a person of 25 stone approximately 150 to 160 times before a recharge. You can tell the level of charge in the battery by pressing this test button here. Here it would indicate that it's 2/3 full. Okay, so now I will demonstrate how to remove the battery and fold up the legs and the platform of the Motorstep for storage. You unplug the Motorstep like so. All these connections are weatherproof. And then the battery simply slides off the back of the Motorstep. You turn the key twice and then it slides off the bracket like so for storage. The Motorstep is on wheels, so it's easily movable. Once you've got it on the ground, it just moves around in a sack barrow fashion. And once it's stood up onto its legs, the wheels are no longer in play, so it can't be moved. To fold up the Motorstep for storage, we simply remove this knob first. And then the leg comes up like so. Then the last piece is to lift the platform up like so. And as you can see, it's very slim and very easy to move around to put it into your storage area. I have a set of wheels that can be attached to the top of the Motorstep, which allows for easy storage.
Folks, that really solves a lot of problems for me. You can imagine having to set up steps and try and get in before was very dangerous, so Fantastic solution. Well, we've had a fantastic day down here at Motorstep with Wayne, with Paul and with Daniel. Motorstep's a great family business and they produce a fantastic product. I'm really looking forward to using my Motorstep. As you can see, I'm quite excited. So this is going to allow us to go further afield and more often. So please don't forget to follow us on our travels, and I hope you enjoyed this video, found it interesting. And if you do need any more information, I'll put the details for Motorstep in the description, links to their website, telephone numbers and that, and you can contact them. So in the meantime, thank you for watching. Please do give me a like, subscribe, comment and share. See you in the next one. Bye.